Good morning, you guys. It is 2:43 a.m. I am on my way to do some IFR training before the gym, and then we're going to go to work, and then we're going to teach a private, and then we're going to go do some contortion at home, and then we're going to dance tonight. So I thought it was going to be a nice busy day, so I thought I would take you guys with me to see how I fit all these crazy things into the day. But first things first, we need to get our butts to the airport because I was actually supposed to have the aircraft prepped and ready by 3 o'clock, but I have a hard time waking up. I have a hard time sleeping, period, so I had a hard time waking up at 2 a.m., so we need to get our butts over to Goodyear, so let's go. Okay, we just got done doing our IFR training for today. There were some things that are going great and some things that I still am struggling with. You can see the indent from my headlamp on my head, but I'm going to debrief later on today when I have more time. But it is time to go to the gym. We're hitting legs today. I started incorporating strength training back into my routine. I don't know if I'm going to film because I'm still not very comfortable filming myself in public, like loudly, like making it obvious to people that I'm filming myself working out. But, you know, I'm not really a fitness influencer. I'm not really an influencer. I'm kind of just documenting my life and seeing if it inspires anyone. But yeah, now I can finally drink liquids. If you're flying in the morning, don't drink coffee or water because you don't want to have to go to the bathroom when you're training. It's the last thing you want to do. But I got my coffee, got my water, and let's go get this leg workout before work. Yay! So I just had a really good leg workout. I moved up in weight today, and it got so heavy that my forearm gave out, so that was pretty rad. But my goal is to finish my 40 ounces of water before I get to the office to clean up and start the workday. And usually when I have early flights in the morning, I will prep all my food, so I'll prep my breakfast, and my boyfriend makes our meal prep for lunch, so I'll make sure that's ready to go in the fridge, my headset, my little cushion, because I'm short, and I put a full Stanley cup full of water right on the counter so that I don't forget. But yeah, so far we got our flying training in today, and we got a good leg workout. It is time to go to work and do the boring stuff, but the boring stuff pays the bills, so let's go. So the boxing gym is still closed today because my trainer just got back from Hawaii with his wife, which is probably a good thing because I still have to dance today and do contortion, and sometimes the universe is just like, hey, slow down, you don't have to do so much. So I'm gonna listen, and during my break I'm going to do all my journaling that I'm obsessed with, and then I'm going to debrief from my flight this morning, and then I'm gonna eat my lunch, and then have a private with Alexi after work, which would be so fun. So yay. So I'm finally leaving work. Please don't judge me for driving, but I can drive one-handed. My eyes are on the road. It's gonna be okay. All right. So I'm just leaving work. I'm on my way to teach Alexi, who is one of my closest friends, dance private. So that's pretty cool that I get to go dance immediately after work, because my job, while I do have a lot of freedom, is very stressful in a lot of ways. I basically run my dad's company with my brother, and I'm in charge of all of the accounts. That's like my most important responsibility. I also keep track of everyone's hours, payroll, blue stakes, pre-liens, legal documents, invoices. I've moved up the ladder since I started working for my dad, but obviously the more responsibilities you have, the more stressful it is, especially when it comes to money and collecting money and also being the person that people come to for money. It can be very stressful. So it's nice that I get to go enjoy the rest of my day now, doing the things that I really love to do. I write all my songs while I'm driving because, one, I need to be either by myself or with my producer to write a song. It's really hard for me to write music at home when Ryan's home because I just need that privacy. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do my vocal warm-ups, and then I'm gonna work on a new song while I'm on my way to teach my private. Yay. Welcome to my first mic'd up stretching sesh. If you hear some bristles and Brussels, that's just my boyfriend's t-shirt. My biggest advice for stretching is just do a little bit every day if it's hard for you to remember to do. And do it while you're doing something you enjoy. I personally love YouTube. I'm a huge YouTube fan, so I see it as an opportunity for me to indulge in one of my endorphins in exchange for another. Also, engage your glutes when you're doing back bends. Protect your lower back, especially if you're in your 30s like me. I just turned 30 this year, but now I can say I'm in my 30s. We're going for longevity. Okay, so if you're going to stretch to the extremes, like I like to do, it's important to note you shouldn't be doing contortion every day, which I didn't know. I literally just learned this last year. And so now I like to alternate my extreme stretching days with either hot yoga or like feel-good stretching sessions. And what I mean by feel good, as in I'm just stretching to feel good and I'm not doing it to increase an enormous amount of flexibility, because you have to treat it like you would training different muscle groups at the gym. That's the other thing. When you are training in contortion, you have to use your muscles, engage your muscles to actually get into the poses. Use your strength as well as your range of motion, because it's about mobility and strength. And also, I would highly recommend warming up first. I danced for an hour with my girl Alexi before I did my routine, which I'm gonna be honest, I already did it, but I gotta make it seem like I'm just doing it right now for you guys, because, you know, social media. Once you start doing something consistently and it just becomes a habit, you're not going to look at it as work anymore. You're just going to look at it as something that makes you feel like your day is a little more complete. I really genuinely enjoy stretching. You could probably look back at my old YouTube videos and see that I've been doing this for a while, since I was in high school. I'm not naturally flexible. I never was, but there were some girls that I went to high school with that were like studio dancers, and I thought their extension and their flexibility was so beautiful. I'm like, I want to do that. So I did. This is when YouTube first came out, back in the late 2000s. And that's where I learned a lot of my stretching and flexibility tips from. So I've been stretching consistently since I was 14 or 15. And obviously I've gone through different ebbs and flows with my flexibility routine. When I was in high school, I just chronically overtrained, which is how I became flexible, because if you're going to dedicate 1 to 2 hours every single day, obviously you're going to increase your range of motion. But now, as an adult, and I train in multiple things, like I can't dedicate 2 hours strictly to contortion because I do too many things. And today, I do have one more dancing session that I'm going to do. So because contortion is not the last thing I'm doing today, I'm not going to hold the poses for too long, just long enough to get through the range of motion and engage the muscle, because you really only want to hold it for 30 to 60 seconds at the end of your training day. That way the muscles can totally relax. I don't want my muscles to totally relax because I still need to use them. I'm kind of happy that that we didn't go today because the gym was closed, because I feel like I actually have energy to go to dance tonight, and that's great, because usually I feel like Liz gets the absolute worst version of me, and it's because I'm so tired by the end. And don't get me wrong, I am still tired. I did wake up super early for that 3 a.m. instrument training, but it's kind of nice because I have 1 extra hour of training I didn't do, so I should feel better than I usually do tonight. Make sure for your stretching sessions, you have sessions where you focus on leg flexibility, other sessions where you will focus on back flexibility, and some sessions you focus on both. Today, I'm doing both because it just felt right, felt like I needed it. And I hope you guys have learned something from all my rambling, because it's really hard to stretch and think of things to say at the same time. But damn, does it feel good. Stretching just feels good. That's why we should do it. Obviously it looks cool too, but we do things to feel good. I want to feel good, especially in a crazy, crazy world where they want us to feel bad all the time and scare us and make us think the worst of everything. Oops, sorry, fuzzy microphone in my neck. I just want to feel good, so I do the things that make me feel good, and stretching just happens to be one of them.